How's it going, YouTube? Regular followers of mine will know that on this channel there's definitely a few things that we really like. One of those things is DIY, as we've seen, building this camper, and the other thing is technology and gadgets. So when we get something on this channel which integrates both of those things, DIY and gadgets, then we are very happy. Almost a couple of years ago, I was sent this 3D printer by Creality. And as you can see, I've still got it now. I've been making lots of stuff on this printer, as you can see, around my desk. And we've even got a few bits in this camper build, like this coat hook that we've got up here. And in the shower room, I've even got like a little towel holder here that I made on the 3D printer. It's been super useful for some really practical things over the last couple of years. I've been using an app called Onshape, I think it is, to design the things that I want to use. I'll put a link down below to that 3D printer video if you're interested. But we have got something new to look at today. Creality have been in touch again, and they sent me an email asking me if I would be interested in their latest laser cutter stroke engraver. I immediately said yes, one, because it's Creality, and I know their stuff is really good from experience with the 3D printer. And two, I was looking at those sort of things anyway, because there is a few bits I need to do on this camper anyway. Like, for example, I need to make some little plates up to label the fuses and things like that around this van. We'll find something more interesting to do in this video, but that is a job I need to do. Regular viewers will probably notice that I've tidied up the garage a little bit, because obviously we've been doing a lot of work on that camper van. So what I've done is I've got the Falcon in here, just for now because of extraction and things like that. But I am hoping that will change during the course of this video because there is something else on order which I'm hoping to show you. So what we've got over here, as I've said, we have got the Creality Falcon A1 laser cutter and engraver. And we've got a couple of boxes of little optional extra bits there which I'll show you. So let's take this out of the box and have a look at it. First thing we notice is it's got quite a bit of heft to it. It's really well built. Obviously you can see as well around the front and the top that we've got these coloured screens. They're to make it a fully enclosed system, so you don't have to wear the safety goggles. Obviously you can if you want to, but you don't have to. So this makes it safe to have in your home, around children and animals and things like that, because it's protected from the laser. Also making it an enclosed system means all of the fumes from the cutting and engraving are enclosed within the system. And on the back, as you can see there, we've got a place for extraction. It has a fan inside to extract all the fumes out of there. And I believe inside here is a hose to connect to it, which we'll find out in a minute. The hose that you connect onto this needs extracting either outside through a window or something like that, or into a purifier box, which will clean the fumes to get rid of any smells and things like that. So let's have a quick look inside and see what you get, and then we'll have a look around it. We've got a power brick, a little bag with a hose clip, some air pipe, a little set of keys, which we'll show you, and the USB cable and some other little bits. Pretty comprehensive looking manual. This tells us everything we need to know. Power for the power brick, UK plug on this one. There's the hose for the extraction out the back, 2.5 inch hose apparently according to this. And down here is the air pump for the air assisted nozzle. And right down in the bottom, we get a piece of wood to try it out and set it up with. We've also got a card in there for the camera calibration, which we'll have a look at later. And if you look there, you'll also see there's another card there with a QR on it. One of the advantages with this machine, if we're buying our products from Creality, say the bits of wood or the packs of Perspex or anything else, it will come with this QR code, which you can scan using the camera on the underneath. And then it'll automatically set up the Creality software with your burn settings. So the speed of the machine and the power of the laser will automatically be set up for you from this QR code, which makes it a lot more user-friendly. So looking at the machine itself, so like I said, it's got these coloured doors on the front, so it's a fully enclosed system. These doors are on little magnetic sensors, so if you open them during operation, it will actually stop the system for safety. Taking a look inside there, as you can see, we've got the 10-watt laser head, and right in the back over there, you can see the fan that turns on for the extraction. In the bottom, we have got a metal plate, so if you wish, you can use like little magnetic holders and things like that to position things onto this plate here. The only thing you have to be careful about is if you're cutting anything without a honeycomb base, this will actually mark this plate. I particularly wouldn't want to mark this plate. I'd want to keep it nice. So unless you've got the honeycomb base, what you're probably better off doing is sticking a bit of wood or something down below where you're cutting, just so it's marking that instead of this plate, because you don't really want to scratch and mess this up, do you? But if you're doing a lot of cutting, what you're better off doing is getting the honeycomb plate to put on the bottom, which we have got in this box here. This is an optional extra from Creality. There's a few things that come in this box. Obviously, we have got the honeycomb cutting plate, which will keep your base nice and mark-free. So if you're doing any cutting rather than engraving, this is the thing you want to use. So what we can do is we can take this base here first, put that inside, and then take the honeycomb, put that on top, and then that gives us a nice honeycomb base to do our cutting on, if that's what we're wanting to do. And then it protects this metal at the bottom and makes your cut a lot better. Also, because of the honeycomb plate, I believe it also helps with burning on the bottom of your cuts. If you're cutting straight onto this bottom base, I believe you get more burns on the back of the product that you're cutting. But this honeycomb base lets the air flow through to reduce those burns on the bottom, or so I believe. Also in this box, you get some legs that you can extend to different heights. By putting this base on here, you're reducing this height available there. On the side of the laser, you've got some little thumb screws there that you can undo, and then you can move the height of the laser up and down to get your desired height. But obviously what we're doing by having this on there is you're reducing that height. So what you can do if you want is you can take these screws out here. There's two on each side, and then this black base will come out. And then what you can do very carefully is replace those feet on the bottom with these legs, and then it will lift the whole machine up, so you can get thicker things under the machine. One thing you have to be aware of when you've done that is once you've removed this plate out the bottom and fitted legs underneath, it will essentially be an open machine, so you will need to wear your safety goggles at that point. But these legs will give you a lot more height under the machine to get bigger things into laser. So if you're going to buy one of the optional extras, then this honeycomb base would be one of the things worth investing in. They've stuck the sticky stuff behind the handle. So looking around it, on the side, look, we've got a little start button there. We've got an emergency stop button, which you can rotate to release. So in the case of an emergency, you want to stop it really quick. You literally just press that on the side. We've got an on-off switch there. Power in from the power brick. The power to the air pump. We've got a key there to lock it, which we got these keys in that bag. So as a little added safety feature there, you can lock and unlock the machine there so nobody can use it. You've got a power out cable there for the rotary kit. So if you buy the optional rotary table, then you can take the bottom off the machine. The rotary table fits underneath. And then if you're wanting to engrave something round, like a water bottle or something like that, the rotary table automatically rotates it under the laser. We've got the air inlet from the air pump, and then a USB Type-C to plug our computer into the machine. On the back of the machine, we have got our ventilation pipe out. So what we can do is we can take this hose out of the bag. This stretches right out. We can use this little hose clip that came in the bag of stuff. And then this end of the machine can either go out of a window or it can be connected to an air purifier. So to connect the machine, all it seems like we need to do is connect the power, plug in the air pump, and then connect the air inlet from the air pump to the machine. And then all we need to do is use this USB-C cable here to connect our computer. Right, so I've plugged it all in there, look. I've got the air pump over there. I've got the power brake going down and plugging in under the table. The ventilation pipe coming out the back. I've just got it going out there and I've got it poking out the corner of the garage door. That'll do for now. And I've got the USB cable there ready to plug my laptop in. So we have got the key unlocked. Let's turn it on. The air pump will build up its power. That will cut in and out as it needs to cut in and out. One thing I have noticed inside is it's got a nice little LED light to light up all the working area. So what we need to do now is get the laptop, get the software downloaded and see if we can make this work. Right, so I'm using MacBook. This is a little M1 MacBook Pro. Right, so what I'll do is let me start this screen recording and then I can show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So the first thing you need to do is download the software. This is the software that you need to download. It's the Falcon Design Space, and how you can find this is if you go onto the Creality Falcon website, and then across the top it says Laser Software there. So if we go there, it takes you straight to this download link here for the Falcon Design Space. And then obviously I've downloaded the Mac OS version because I'm on Mac. So upon first opening, this is the screen that we get. The first thing it asks you to do is pick which machine you have. We have the Creality Falcon A1, so let me pick that. So we've got an unboxing and video there, and I suppose it's telling you how to plug it in. So if we just click next for all that. First thing we want to do is it wants to make sure the equipment is working. So apparently we need to create this little F here for the Falcon. And then this little arrow over here on the right hand side is showing us what to do, look. We want to use the little tool to set up the focusing point, the height. So we'll do that now. Place this on our material. Bring the laser over the top of it, and then we want to drop the laser down so it's touching this little tool here. As you can see on the tool itself, it's got different things to set up the height. We're going to set it up for cutting and engraving of basswood 3mm, which is the highest step. So if I just undo these so the laser drops down and then tighten up the little thumb screws on the side. So on the software now, we can press frame button. So we notice the head come out and then it draws a square around where it's going to print it on the board. So let's click start and go through it. Completion time, 1 minute apparently. Right, so according to the software now, we can start exploring. The first thing it seems to have come up with is a load of projects that people have uploaded that we can do. But the main thing we want to go to is Canvas. We've got a new firmware for the printer, so we definitely do want to do that. So if I upgrade now, it says firmware upgrade successful, device restarting. Please wait 5 to 30 seconds and continue after hearing the beep prompt on the device. Right, so that's a firmware updated. First thing we need to do now is calibrate this camera. As you can see, look, it's connected. Up here it's connected so you can see it, but it's uncalibrated. So we need to calibrate it. So if I go to camera calibration down here, look, click on there. What we need to do, oh, it's got base plate there. We've got the standard plate and the honeycomb plate. So what we might be better off doing is calibrating it with the honeycomb plate. So if I put that in the machine. So what I've also done is calibrated the height of the laser with the honeycomb plate in it as well. If we press this calibrate button here, that takes us into the calibration screen there. And as you can see here, we need to get an image of this calibration card there in each one of those positions. So let me do that now. There's all the images captured. So if I go to next now, now we've got to do an actual calibration on a piece of wood. After engraving is complete, click Get Image button, double click the center point according to the graphic number, coordinate, right click, blah, blah, blah. So Get Image. So what we need to do now is go on the center point of each of these numbers in turn. So this is number 1, double click there. And number 4. Then we can click complete. Right now this camera is calibrated. If we click photo, that should take a nice photo of inside, which it has. And then what we can do from that is we can use this photo then to place things on. So if I go to images, let's have a look for something to engrave on. Let's go for this little stag's head. Then if we go back there, click on it, we can make it quite a bit smaller. We don't want it that big. Move it into there. So we'll put it in between this 3 and this 2, just like that. If I go back to layers, you see there it's set at line engraving, because that's all the outlines. If I change that to fill engraving, then that will fill in all the gaps between the lines and make it like that, which is exactly what we want it to be. For the material, it's already set up for basswood there. If we click on it, it gives us loads and loads of different options there. There's all set up by Creality, but what we can do, if I'll just change this onto something different, so we're changed there onto cardboard. What we want to do is let's try using these QR codes that come with the machine. So if I open this front door, show the QR code to the camera, you'll hear a beep there. You can see on the screen, look, it's said material identification. So we can pick current layer or all layers, click yes, and then what that would have done is it's automatically changed it to the basswood that we're using there. So that's a super good feature, as it's already set up our speed and our power. It makes it super user-friendly for people like me that's really new to this game. We can press frame. As you can see there, look, it's framing in a really weird place. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do absolute coordinates there. As you can see now, it's framing in the correct position. So what we want to do is, now we know it's framing in the correct position, let's click start and engrave this thing onto the bit of wood. Apparently 21 minutes. So we'll come back in a little bit to see how it's done. Right, there we are, that's that complete. Let's take it out and have a look. And that seems to have done a pretty decent job. Right, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a play around with this for the next few days. Try and figure out how to use this software and everything properly. It looks pretty simple, to be fair. and let's see if we can do something a bit more exciting. I've been playing about with this for about a week now, and I must say I'm really impressed that I've got quite addicted to it. As we can see on the bench down here, I've been doing some stuff. Let's have a quick look at what I've been doing. First little thing that I started doing was I got these little slate coasters, and I've been engraving a little cat onto them. I've done one for each of my cats. Just like that. And that engraved really easy. And then what I did was I found these multi-layered arty kind of things, and these turned out really nice, and I decided I wanted to make some more of those. And what I used was one of these packs from Creality. As you can see there, we've got various colours of acrylic sheets, and these are nicely packed up and ready for you. And if you're using the Creality software, they've got the little QR code so the Falcon can scan it, and it goes straight into it. So if we have a quick look on the bench, these are what I've been making. This is like a little 5-layered hummingbird using those sheets of acrylic. You can see the colours between the layers. I think that's turned out kind of nice. Down on the bench here, I've done this like guitar one. This looks shiny, but this was layers of wood, which I've painted, and then I've lacquered. So once this is up on the wall, that will look quite nice. I'll get that in the house somewhere. I think that's turned out really good. And then the one I've just done is this multi-layered cat. And what I've done there, I've gone between staining the wood. We've got the acrylic sheet, and I've painted a few as well. This top layer I've done white. And I think that's turned out really nice as well. So when that's on the wall, that'll look kind of nice as well. I really like how these are turning out. So I think what we'll do is let's do another one. Let's have a go at doing this one. It's kind of like a wave kind of scene. This is just off of Etsy, look. And then you just buy like the little template, $2.99, and then it downloads the SVG file and things like that so you can use it. What I've started using over the last few days, you can see I've been doing it for this cat, is I'm using the LightBurn software there. Not because the Creality one's bad or anything like that. I've just been finding that this is the one that a lot of people are using online. So when I'm looking for tutorials and stuff like that, they're always kind of referring to this one. So I just found it easier to use this software. But this is a payable software, so if you want this one, it's not cheap at all. And the Creality software is pretty much actually set out more or less the same as this, but this has got some more features. I'm not going to go into a load of detail of how to do that. What we're going to do is cut out those layers on the Falcon, and then we'll have a look, we'll paint them and stick them together. So let me quickly get all these cut out and let's have a quick look and see how it turns out. Right, I've changed my mind. I want to do this fishing one with this carp. What we'll do is we'll do some different colours and we'll use at least one of those acrylic sheets as well. Right, so here we are. We've got a new file ready to open. This is already set up for the Falcon A1. I'm not going to go into any sort of detail at all about this. Let's import this AI file in. Right, so there's that AI file imported in. I've also resized it a little bit to make it fit our wood a little bit better. If I just go to frame just to make sure it fits in. Just goes out there slightly, so we'll move it all across. Right, that seems like we're in there nicely now. So what I want to do is I want to turn off all of the layers except the one we actually want to cut right now. Right, so let's cut these layers out one at a time. And what I want to do is I want to do at least one of them in that acrylic. Right, first layer's cut out. That's literally just this circle. The next layer, I want to do it in acrylic. The next layer on this, if we look at it, the first layer is there, the one we've just cut out. What we'll do is we'll colour this with some spray paint in a minute. The next layer, according to this one, is this blue one, which will be the blue bit in there. I haven't got any blue acrylic, so what I'm doing is I want to do it in this nice green because I think that'll look nice. So I've put the green acrylic in there. And that's the 4 layers cut out. I changed my mind quite a few times on that actually. The green acrylic on this layer didn't look good at all. So what I did is I cut this one out again and I've painted it with like a metallic blue. So on the bottom level I've painted this like a gunmetal grey. And then I've got this metallic blue. I've given this one a coat of white. And then the very top outline layer, I've cut this out of walnut. So this is a slightly different material. The first time I did this, I messed it up as well, because even though that it's a 3mm ply, I didn't think that the walnut would affect it as much as it did, but it did. So it needed completely different laser settings. As you can see there, look, it didn't even reach the other side. So I had to do some little experimenting to get the right settings so I could cut through the walnut. Right, so I've got all these set up, so let me put you down on the tripod and let's layer these up so we can have a quick look. Right, so if we put these layers together, let's see what it looks like. That's what it looks like with them all layered up. I think those colours have worked really well. So I'm going to get some glue. I'm going to glue all 4 of these layers together. I'll put a bit of wood on it and something heavy just to hold it all together. And then I'll see you back in a second when all this is all glued together and done. Right, here you have it. Here's the finished article. That's all now glued together. And what I've done is the walnut on it, I've oiled that as well, just to finish it off, which has darkened it up really nicely. I think that has turned out really well, and that would look good on somebody's wall. I've really enjoyed playing with this over the last week, and I'm going to start thinking of some decent projects that I can do in the camper with it now, even if it's just stuff like this, just some wall art to put up in the camper. So that's a look at the Falcon A1 by Creality. What I'll do is I'll put the links down below where you can check out this for yourself. They also do an air purifier. I've got that on order. I was hoping it would be here for this video. I was hoping to be able to move this from the garage into the house so we could have it in a bit more of an enclosed area and use the air purifier. But to be fair, it actually works out quite well out here anyway in the garage, because I can do all the painting and the gluing and the stuff like that. So I might rearrange all these shelves a little bit so I can do some more of this sort of stuff. And as a complete beginner, I've dropped into this pretty well, to be honest. It's pretty straightforward. Even if you're using third-party applications like LightBurn, it's fairly straightforward to use. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more on the camper or some more gadgety technology kind of things like this. Comment below anything you want to put. I really do like reading all your comments. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll catch you again in another video. Cheers.